Okay, now that it's light out, I want you to see the damage out here. We got quite the storm. So when I first came out here this morning, this was just absolutely covered in snow, as was my tent. I'll show you that in a second. I've had 3 tip-ups running all night, and luckily I had the foresight to put some markers down because these were absolutely covered over. That's the tip-up. If you can't tell, I've had to dig them out. So there's 1. There's 2. These are the thermals because otherwise it would just get completely frozen over. So there's 2. Tell. And 3. These are all in the tiger muskie zone. All in the 5 feet of water area that I caught, or almost caught, the tiger muskie. The first one I showed you was the exact same hole. He said 7 to 10 inches. We're past 7 right now, and it's supposed to keep snowing, I think, until late afternoon, mid-afternoon. So I've more or less, other than taking the hot tent down, I've more or less broken down camp. And what I'm gonna do is around lunchtime get everything except my fishing stuff in the car and maybe set up over there somewhere, and then hope that I can get out of here. I know my Corolla couldn't have done this, but Crosstrek, maybe. Rely on that all-wheel drive, and I don't know if a plow will come by. I think one did come by last night, but a lot more damage has been done. I'll tell you, at least in my situation, hot tenting, whoa, ugh. Jeez. All right, so you see this several times in the night. I had to shake inches of snow off of it, as you can see down here. Anyway, as I was saying, in my experience, hot tenting, you're still gonna wake up cold. That's just when you have to build another fire or turn on your buddy heater. Just make sure you have some ventilation. I was cold, but never in fear of freezing to death. Well, so this is the road. Whew. There's a good, I don't know, 6 inches fresh snow, 7, 8 inches. There are other cars here, but these are people with snowmobiles. This guy's the only other guy fishing with this truck. Seems like he knows what he's doing. Then another dude who I think must be his friend. Now that's the car you gotta worry about right there. I mean, or this one, which is mine. Well, if I don't catch anything, and hey, it's still a long day. This could still get plowed. If I don't catch anything, getting out of here will be an adventure. Again, my backup plan, I'm gonna break down camp. I could sleep in the car with buddy heater and ventilation. All right, let's get back in that tent. My fingers are frozen. And now that this isn't just icy, it's slippery, fresh snow, I found the best way to get down is sledding. Now, getting my sled, especially the big one, up and down, it's gonna be a problem. To think I considered not bringing my shelter, just having my little sled, that would not have worked.
4.9% financing.
Well, if you can't tell, I'm a little exhausted. Just changed locations, and I forgot in heavy, deep snow how difficult it is, especially when you're carrying as much stuff as I am, to lug all your shit around. Luckily, halfway to the spot I'm at now, I'm off this little point here. A snowmobiler took mercy on me and drove me and my gear the rest of the way and kind of made a path for me to walk back. So hopefully it's not as bad, but it's still gonna be a grueling trip back to the car. Anyway, he said he's caught some walleye over here. This is a good area according to the locals, and this is where I'm just gonna post up. I'm probably not gonna drill any more holes. I'm gonna jig in here. I've got my 6 tip-ups, and that's it. I'm gonna have some lunch, maybe some tea. So I said I'm exhausted, but I'm also a little exhilarated because this is like the final push. But you know what? Whether I catch something or nothing, it's been a pretty cool adventure. I proved a lot of things to myself on this trip, a lot of things you didn't see, because in addition to all the other things you have to keep in mind, filming for a non-profit or not-for-profit, filming for fun becomes not so fun when you're worried about it all the time. So there's a lot of cold nights and drama, but everything's okay. Let's stop rambling and get our line wet. That's what follows already. Northland buckshot with a fat head. To your health. Wow. Salami's frozen. You know what time it is, guys. Tea time! Okay, guys, I'm pretty sure I haven't done this one before. This is Moringa Tulsi. It's a green tea. Apologies if I have. I'm up to like 40 some reviews at this point, but I don't think I have. It's always been kind of like a backup, so we're gonna do it now. I mean, there's nothing special about it. Maybe there is. Maybe we'll find out. Let's do it. So as with all green teas, you're gonna let it steep for at least 3 minutes. But I always like a stronger tea no matter what kind of tea, so I'm just gonna let it sit for as long as I want. And I guess on this trip, strainers be damned. Yeah. Lovely. Well, damn it, I just spilled the whole thing of tea, except there is a little bit left, so I still get to taste it. It still counts. Gingery. I get a sense of lemongrass, and I think I saw like chopped up lemongrass in there. It's pretty decent. Okay, that was the final drop. There's nothing that screams green tea about it, but it's very flavorful, tasty. I wish I had a whole cup of it. What am I gonna do now? Drink hot water? I might have something. Anyway, this has been your tea time. Couple sips anyway. Z Viper's getting some attention here. Just rip it and let it fall back down. It's got somebody right under it. I redid the tee, by the way. I took all the scrap tee. And I just can't knock that over. If it's a fish though, I'll take that. Oh my god. This tee cannot stay safe. Oh my gosh, we actually have a flag here. I don't know how long it's been up though, so this could be a problem. I think it's been up for a while. No, that's a fish. Tiger muskie! Tiger muskie! Oh, tiger muskie! That's what I came here for! Oh, yes! Okay, what do I do? Okay, I'm gonna bring him inside. Oh, yes. Oh. Sorry guys, it's dark. We'll get some light on the subject in a second. Holy sh**. Holy sh**. It's not big by any means, but guys, I've never caught any kind of muskie, tiger or not, so there we go. We got what we were looking for. Oh my gosh, okay, cool. Okay guys, one more look at my tiger muskie. That made the trip, yes. All right. Let's release him. Okay, muskie. Celebratory salami sandwich. You know, I had all but given up on tiger muskie. I was over here in search of walleye, which for a very shallow lake, it's surprising it has a healthy and on the large size walleye population. The only other guy fishing out here recommended that sorry, I got the buddy heater, forgot to ventilate. The only other fisherman out here said to come over to this section of the lake. He's been here like the same period of time that I have been, but we haven't really been interacting at all. I came over to, not really close to where he is, but to that side of the lake, and he's the one that helped me with my stuff on the snowmobile, and he said the walleye were biting here and that they were good, big quality. Told me to use a spoon like the gold one I have on. So I had all but given up. Just had the tip ups out thinking if anything we'd get a walleye, but there you go. And my gamble changing to braid may have helped us land that fish. Trial and error, scientific method. Something doesn't work, you ask yourself, what could I do differently? And you reiterate and you continue until it works. I think that's one thing I really like about fishing. Well, I'm not done fishing yet. Maybe we'll catch something, but otherwise I'll give you some final thoughts from the car. Okay guys, I've already returned from my Adirondack trip and I'm out searching for ice again. This lake is not safe, but I'm gonna keep going. But just to wrap things up on that adventure, as an educator, I'm a big fan of learning by doing, experiential learning. And that's what all these trips are about. You don't always win, but you learn something. In fact, Jalen Hurts, quarterback of my team, Super Bowl losing Philadelphia Eagles, he had a quote to the effect of, and I think he was quoting someone else, is you either win or you learn. You know, and sometimes you do both. But so that whole adventure, it was a learning experience. I caught my tiger muskie, that was incredible. But it's an ongoing process. You know, with my students, sometimes they'll say, I can't read. And I say, no, you are learning to read and you're getting better. And I feel like apply that to fishing and apply that to many things in life. You keep learning, you keep building on what you've learned, and you're never going to be perfect, but that's okay too. You'll get there, you'll get where you need to be when you need to be there. Guys, I hope you like what you're seeing. I don't know how much more ice we'll get, if we'll get any more. Maybe we'll get some today because I'm gonna go check another spot. But please like, please subscribe, and as always, fish like no one's watching. Peace.